Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how I treat my wigs before a con so that they are less prone to tangling. I hope you enjoy. What I use to do this is a wig of your choice, a comb, brush, scissors, a hair straightener, a place to hang a long wig if you do have a wig that's long, and the star of this whole thing, mane and tail. If you don't have this, this is useless. I'll put a link to where I buy mine down in the description below if you do want to try this. So I took the wig out of the bag and proceeded to hang it up and brush it for about 5 minutes. This wig was brand new out of the bag, so it had quite a few loose hairs on it from manufacturing, so it's good to go through and brush out any loose hairs before doing this. So this is the product I was talking about at the start of the video. This is Mane and Tail Detangler. This is what I saw floating around on Facebook a few years ago and I didn't really believe it, and then a friend recommended it to me and she treated one of my wigs with it and I loved the result. So I ended up going and buying some for myself, and this is what I've been doing ever since. As it says on the bottle, shake well before use, and then slowly start parting your wig in sections and going through it, dousing the wig in the mane and tail. You want every bit of this wig covered, because if you get a little spot that isn't covered by the mane and tail, later on that spot will be more likely to want to knot and bunch up. So you've got to be really thorough with this. This is a really long wig, but it still only took me about an hour, I want to say, per ponytail clip, and it's a Miku clip, so it's like 110 centimeters long, which everyone knows who's owned a Miku wig. Trying to brush out the full 110 centimeters of the wig once it's been tangled is a nightmare. I remember my first Miku wig, I probably spent, I want to say, upwards of 3 hours trying to brush it out and straighten it and detangle it. It never happened. I ended up binning that thing years ago. Most people will just continue wearing the knotted wig or buy a new wig for each con, which can get very costly. From me doing this method, I know it only takes me roughly 30 minutes to brush out the whole wig, both pigtails and the base of the wig. So spending the few hours to treat the wig is worth it in the long run. It really is, even though you're spending money for this product and the shipping of the product and then the amount of hours you're going to put into treating it. In the end, it's better than spending roughly $20 to $60 I've seen Miku wigs go for. So yeah, cosplay's expensive. One thing I can recommend for the treatment part of the wig is make sure the ends of your wig are really soaked in the mane and tail, because they tend to dry out the quickest because they receive the most amount of friction when you're wearing a wig, because they'll always be flapping about. So I'd almost recommend, like, after about 3-4 times of wearing the wig, go back and just treat at least the little, like the ends of the wig one more time, just to ensure that it's less likely to tangle. I know after about, I want to say like 4 wears of a wig, I end up washing the wig and then doing the whole process again, because wigs can get kind of nasty if you don't wash them. I forgot to mention, the mane and tail does make surfaces around where you're spraying the wig quite slippery, so I don't recommend doing this in a bathroom like I am, seeing the floors in the bathroom I was using were tile. After this, every single time I do this, we have to completely like wash down the floors and everything in the bathroom to get rid of the residue. If you can do this outside, I highly recommend it so that you don't have to do that. The weather here is way too unpredictable, so I can't do that. So once your wig is soaked, you want to leave it and let it dry. I typically let mine dry overnight and then start the straightening process in the morning. That way I have the whole morning to style the wig afterwards. but you do not want your hair straightener to be any hotter than 140. All wigs that I have ever owned, and I've owned a lot of wigs, cannot take more than 140. So you want your hair straightener to be lower than that. I typically go 130. It's always good to just do a patch test on the wig in a spot that is discreet, because you don't want to melt your wig. After you've done a patch test on the wig and your hair straightener is at the desired temperature for your wig, you then want to grab the wig in sections like you did when spraying it and slowly go through and comb and straighten each strand. So this will take a while, and like I go through the same like little strand that I've picked up about 3 times with a hair straightener to make sure that everything is locked in, because the mane and tail does look kind of shiny and a little bit oily, so straightening it actually gets rid of a lot of that shine if you see that and find that unattractive, which a lot of people do. After straightening the wig, you can give it a brush out. If it's still looking a bit too oily for you, you can go through and straighten it again in the spots where it's looking oily. But besides that, the treatment of the wig is done. So as you can see, I've now moved on to cutting / styling the base for my wig. So for this wig, I was cutting it to the 2017 Racing Miku design, because that's what the colouring of the wig is for. So I looked up a reference image and tried to cut the wig as close to that. I don't have an exact method on how I cut wigs, I just have self-taught myself over the years. I cannot give any tips on it, I am sorry.
Hello everybody, this is the finished result of the wig after it's been treated with mane and tail, and it's a tiny bit shinier than what the wig is just out of the bag, but considering it drops the time of having to brush a wig down drastically to like 5 to 15 minutes, I say it's worth it. But yeah, once again, I'll show the product. This is what I used. I'm not sponsored or anything, obviously I'm a small little channel with no one, but yeah, thought it would be helpful because a lot of people on my Instagram keep asking me, how do you deal with long wigs, how do you deal with Miku wigs, like wow, you're really doing a lot of Mikus this year, how are the wigs going? So yeah, I thought I would just make this video so that you guys knew how I get away with wearing long wigs and not dyeing, because I used to dye. I remember my first Miku wig turned into a monster of knot after the first wear. So yeah, this is what this looks like with the accessories on. I will hairspray this up more to how I like it normally during the con, but besides that, it is done, and I'm gonna start packing because the con's a few days away, like 2-3 days away. The joys of cosplay. You don't get your costume done until the week of the con. But anyways, until next time, I'll see you guys around. Bye!